They speak on me, but they don't know the way I've been living. I've been working hard, slaving out, put up for my siblings. I've been grinding for a long time, my mama trying to help her children. And we came up from a broken family, no resentment. Mom gon' whip that old Impala. We was trying to go gain them dollars. My nigga didn't grow up with a father, and that's why he ain't that chopper. No fake niggas ain't right.
What's up, YouTube? We back with another vocal tutorial video today. We're gonna do Travis Scott, and we about to get right into the thing. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, or comment down below who we should do next. Let's get more activated on that, and then let's get right into the vocal tutorial.
For this life I cannot change. Hidden hills, deep up in the main. M&M's, sweet like candy cane.
Okay, let's go ahead and hop into the lead vocals and see what we got here. First up, we got the NS1. Let me make this a little bit smaller. There we go. We got the NS1. It's we got that on 40.0. So let's hop in the SSL G-Channel. Right here, for the filter, we got that at 80, and then we got this at 15.0, and then we got this at 2.1. We got this at 12.00. Then we got this at 4.9. You can push that up to 5. And then this one, you can push that up. That's at 3.50, I mean. And then we got this at 100. And then we got this at -3.5. And don't forget about 0.70. And then we want to make the bell at 1.40. And we didn't even mess with the his low ends. We did all the low end shit on the fab filter type deal. So now we got this at 200. And then we got this at 0.0. So the ratio 3.1, threshold at -8.0, this at 0.30, and we got the noise gate at -30, and then we got this at 13.0. Then we got this at 0.30, and put this at channel out, and then we put the flat dynamic side chain on for the EQ2, and that's basically it for the SSL G-Channel. Okay guys, let's hop into Soothe. So first things first, we're gonna go through all these bands. We got this on 90 Hertz, and all you gotta do is pause the video and copy the settings down. Then we got this on 200 Hertz. Then we got this on 1K Hertz. Then we got this on 2.5 Hertz, 2000 basically. And then we got this really close to the 6000. I know Travis' vocal is just like right on the edge of smoothing out his mids, so that's what we do it here. And then on this one, we just kept it off, and then you can just pause the video and copy these settings on the left. Make sure you change this to eco, that way you won't have so many CPU problems, you feel me? And then next up is not least, we got to put on the compressor. So we're going to move this over to the side a little bit. We got the input around 24, and we got this like, I want to say that's like 22, 20 on output. And then make sure the mix, we just turn it up a little bit. We put it at good at like 60%. And then the high frequency rate, or whatever this thing is called, I'm gonna call it HR, we moved it closer to the plus. The attack, you can kind of put it on 3, but I found it best right here in the middle. And then the release, you can put it on 7, but I kind of find it better right at 6. After that, let's hop into the next next plugin. We're gonna hop into the next plugin real quick. And so our next plugin, we got our de-esser. You can use any de-esser. I just de-ess the vocals about -4. I use Nectar for this one. And after that, we're gonna hop in the fab filter. This is gonna give you that main industry sound. You gotta go buy the fab filter. It took me a while to get it. So here's all my bands real quick. I wonder if there's a way where I can just click through them. Oh nah, so I'll have to hover over them. So let me try to hover over these. Let me try to see if I can make this a little bit more bigger. There we go. That's a little bit more better. So now you can kind of see the bands a little bit more easier. And all you gotta do is just pause the video as I'm hovering over the bands and just put in the exact same numbers. And this is just cleaning up your vocals before it hits to us bringing up the low ends in his vocal, or what most people say, the bass in his vocal. So we got these bands real quick. Hover over them. There we go. Not too shabby, not too shabby. There we go. And that's easy, simple as that. So we got the fab filter all done. Then we're gonna hop in the Apex Vintage Exciter. You low-key don't need this, but you can add it on to give it that more brightness, but have it still smooth. So we put the mix on 2, put the input on 6.0. We put the AX mix on 6.40, and we put the output on -3.5. And we got this off for the analog. We didn't want to add too much analog to his vocal because we didn't want that hissing sound. After that, we're gonna have the fresh air. Make sure you trim that to -1, and you can just pause the video, see that real quick. There we go. So right now we put this on 88, and you put this on 15, and the input and output is just like I leveled them a certain way. This is on 1 dB and this is on 0 dB. You just gotta unclick this so they don't link together. And then the wow, we got that on 0.2 for the rate. We got this on 0.4 for the depth. And then for the filter, we got this on 0.1. On this depth, we got it on 0.4. And noise level, always got to turn that off. We're not trying to have like hissing, you know, like white noise in the background of his vocal. And then saturation, we put on 1.8. After that, that's about it. We put the bias on +3. So let's hop into the next plugin. The Pool Tech, one of my favorites. Let me make sure y'all can see that. Okay, bet, cool. So we put the boost for the lows at 7.8. Put this on 100. Put that on 2.0, and the bandwidth we put on 3.0, and then the boost for the highs we put on 6.5, but we're doing the 12 high frequency instead of 16 like we usually do. And the attention we put on 2.0. The mains of the analog, keep that off. Attention select, put that on 10. We turn the gain up just a little bit by 1 dB, and that's really all it is with the Pool Tech. And also, if you need a preset or a template made, just hit me up on my Instagram. I'm gonna have my Instagram in the link in this bio, or you can see it on my page, on my YouTube page, and just click that mug, hit me up. We can probably get you a deal going and try to see like what we can do. Payment options just vary. Just tell me what's your budget, and we got you. Okay, now next up we got our sends. We got the PL comp. I'll show y'all the volume levels real quick. And then that's the reverb, that's the shimmer, that's the delay, and that's the doubler, that's the flanger, and that's our pitch FX that comes like with a little like, I'll show you real quick how it sounds. Let me mute the beat just in case for YouTube purposes.
For this life I cannot change. Hit the hills, deep up in the main.
So you kind of see my point there. Let me put that back where I had it.
For this life I cannot.
It brings out that little like pitchness, like kind of like harmonic with his vocal, because I noticed that about Travis Scott stuff. So as you see all of these, let's go ahead and hop into I'll show you the auto tune real quick, and then we're gonna hop into the effects and where all my effects are. We just got the retune speed at 3, humanize at 40, flex on 0, alternate tenor. Make sure you have the tracking at 80, and that's about it. We didn't do too crazy. If I was going more crazy with the auto tune, because Travis Scott has really good auto tune, I would have done like the EFX, but we'll say that for a different video type of deal. Next thing, let's hop into the effects and what we got here. So we got the CL for the parallel compression. You can just copy these settings down. It's pretty easy to see. Then we got the L1 limiter. Dang, I can barely speak today, but let's get it on. And then we got the reverb. We had to EQ some of the reverb so it would sit perfectly, because he has such a unique reverb. And so we used the Valhalla. We use now in the chamber, and you can see all these settings. If you want more of like that, what would I say, like that more concert feel, you can still use chamber, just up your decay probably to 10. And then we also put a compressor after it. You can use the one from Waves or the one from UAD. Put the gain like around 40 and the peak reduction at like 25. That way we can keep his reverb like very selective. That's why his reverb is so special, because he has like a certain preset for it, bro. And everybody think that Travis Scott's vocal has a lot of reverb, but it does. But you have to EQ the reverb and turn the reverb down to make it perfect. Then we gonna hop in the shimmer reverb as well. So I have 2 reverbs connected to the lead vocal to give it that full effect, and we use Valhalla Shimmer for that one. And then we also put another S1 imager. Nothing too crazy. Now his delays were so like perfect, but I noticed, what if I put the auto tune, like put auto tune on the delay to give it like a more smoother auto tune of a delayish? I think I got that from a producer off YouTube. Perfect job. So I threw like the cheapest auto tune on there. Then we use the Echo Boy Jr. You can use really any delay plugin, H delay, whatever. Our time we put 431, and then we just got straight to business. Like we started making these increments real quick, and you can right click for it to show like how much I put in, and that's about it. Simple as day with the delay. We had to do a little EQing on the delay, and this, if you always wondering why your delay is kind of covering your lead vocals, you need to put a compressor on your delay. So we figured out how we can do that, and we got the exact settings right here. So the delay would just duck down right when your next bar comes up. You feel me? and that basically comes in with the reverb and the delay. Now I'll show y'all a little trick with the pitch FX. So we use this thing called Vox from Waves. I never really used this plugin as much, but this is on 12, the format's on -3, the gain is on 10. We basically did almost the same thing. 24 on this side, then format on 4.01, and then the gain at 8. And then we just did 25 here, 30 here, syllabus 2.0, nothing too crazy. And we got that at 0. We got this at 150 to take out the low end of the vocals. And that's about it. Vox -2.0, tone 0.0, output on -6.0. Simple. That's really how we made our pitch FX that can go behind the lead vocal to give that Travis Scott type of feel. And you know, we just put a regular S1 imager on there. The width's at like 1.60, nothing too crazy. And that basically what got us fully the sound of Travis Scott. You feel me? Now we got all these other ones. We got the Ad-libs. I'll click through the Ad-libs real quick just so I can give y'all a little hint. The harmonics bus, if you want that, I got like 3 different type ones, you know, for like that choir effect or children singing in the background or a church singing in the background, stuff like that. I got that in the preset. You have to buy the whole template if you want that, but other than that, you can get the lead vocals and Ad-libs. It won't be free, but this is a free tutorial, so all you gotta do is copy along. Let's hop into Ad-libs real quick. We got the fab filter real quick. Put this on 150. Let me make sure it's showing the full thing real quick before we start. Oh yeah, we straight. Okay, so we got this on 150, right? Next thing you know, 300. Next thing you know, 900. And you can pause the video to copy the gains of each one. And this one's at 2,500. We got this at 6,800. And we got this at 11,500. You feel me? So basically the Ad-libs was one of the most special parts to his vocals, so I had to try to make it like very perfect just for y'all guys. And let me make this a little bit smaller so y'all can actually see what this looks like. Okay, that's a little bit more better. Let's see. So the filter 130, this at 12.0, this at 2.0, this at 8, this at 2.5, and this one 3020, so 3.20. We put the bell at 100. We got this at -3.0, and then we got this at 0.55, and we got this at 1.40. After that, we put this on 150 for the frequency, and we turn the dB down to -1.5. Ratio at 2.5, release at 0.30, threshold at -12, gate -30. Dang, it's a lot. 20.0 for the range, and the release we got at 0.10. And the analog, we kept it off. Simple as that. Make sure you turn this bell on down here. After that, let's hop into fresh air. We put this on 25, this one on 40. Then we got the CL76. We could have used the one by UAD, but we're trying to save CPU power just in case I got to send this over to a client or something like that. So the input's at -25, the output's at -18, the attack is on 3.00, and the release is on 7.00. Simple as that. Ratio on 4. And let's hop into the LA2A. We got the gain on 31, and then we got the peak reduction on 45. Simple as that, nothing too big. We made sure the mix was only at 90%, give it that parallel compression type of vibe. After that, let's hop into Pool Tech, my favorite plugin, real quick. And right now we got the boost at 8.1 for the lows. We got the attention at 1.0. And then we got the bandwidth at 8.0. Then we got the boost for the highs at 6.6. We got the high frequency at 12. Put the attention at 0.0. The mains off. And then we got the attention select on 20. Gain on 1.0, just like the last one. You feel me? That's like my favorite plugin. So we got the doubler on it to give it that wobble effect. You can just pause the video and copy these settings. After that, we're going to head into the meta flanger. Like I said, you can pause the video and copy these settings as well. This is what gives it that really like robotic feel, like how Travis has such unique Ad-libs. That's basically how we got them. Next thing you know, S1 imager. We're going to put 150 because we've been using this throughout the whole, almost the whole chain. And we put a little low-fi saturation. We put 0.6. Simple as that. This is like not entirely needed. So if you don't have this, you don't have to use it. But it's from Pro Tools, so you should have it. But after that, we're going to hop into all vocals. We got the SSL channel. Make sure to keep this between like 0 and 4. I'll show you real quick.
For this life I cannot change.
And how you do that, just move your threshold. So this is at -0.0. We got the makeup at 3.0, the attack on 10, and then the release on auto. Mix is on 70%, and the ratio is on 2:1 basically. And that's about it. The trim, we turned it down a little bit, just a negative 0.5, just to make sure it's blended well enough. The RVox, you can easily pause the video, copy these settings, no big deal. If you notice that it's cutting off words, just turn down this gate. And that's really about it. That's not a lot to go through, honestly.
Pop it, let it bang. Chop the top, play hide and seek. Jump inside, jump straight to the lead.
Man, that mug sounded just like Travis Scott. But if you forgot, just go ahead and subscribe to on this video. And thank you guys for watching. Y'all see me on the next vocal tutorial preset. I got more coming for y'all guys. Just still put a comment down below who I should do next. And that's about it, guys. But I hope y'all guys have a blessed day, and see y'all guys later.
Hidden hills, deep up in the main. M&M's, sweet like candy cane. Drop the top, pop it, let it bang. For this life I cannot change.